Today, in the year 399 BC, an old man stands before an Athenian jury. His crime? Corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods. His name? Socrates. And within hours, he will be sentenced to death. What did he say that was so dangerous? Why was Athens, the birthplace of democracy, so threatened by an aging philosopher? Let's step into history and uncover the trial that changed philosophy forever. The charges against Socrates. Socrates was accused of two things: impiety, failing to worship the gods of Athens; corrupting the youth, encouraging young minds to challenge authority. But was he truly a threat? Or was his real crime something else entirely? Making powerful men look foolish? Socrates, a threat to the establishment? Socrates, now 70 years old, had spent his life questioning everything. He didn't write books or give lectures. Instead, he asked questions, forcing people to think for themselves. He never told his students what to think, only how to think. This made him dangerous. To those in power, Socrates was an instigator, someone who exposed ignorance and shattered illusions of wisdom. And in a city still reeling from war and political instability, such disruption was unwelcome. The fall of Athens and the search for a scapegoat. Athens was in turmoil. The city had just lost the Peloponnesian War to Sparta, and democracy itself had been briefly overthrown by the 30 tyrants. Many Athenians believed their gods were angry, and they needed someone to blame. Socrates, outspoken and controversial, was the perfect target. The trial? A battle of words. Socrates' trial was not an ordinary one. He was given a chance to plead for his life. Instead, he did the opposite. He told the jury that he had done Athens a favor by questioning their beliefs. He likened himself to a gadfly, a small but persistent insect that stirs a sluggish horse. Instead of begging for mercy, he even suggested that, for his service to Athens, he should be rewarded with free meals for life. The verdict and the poison. The jury did not take kindly to his defiance. The final vote, 281 guilty, 220 not guilty. But when it came time to decide his punishment, Socrates refused to suggest a lesser penalty. The court, now angered by his arrogance, sentenced him to death by poison. As he prepared to drink the hemlock, he remained calm, even reassuring his friends. His final words: a warning to his accusers. It is not difficult to avoid death, gentlemen. It is much more difficult to avoid wickedness, for it runs faster than death. The legacy of Socrates. Socrates' death was not the end of his ideas. His student, Plato, recorded his teachings, preserving them for future generations. His method of questioning, now known as the Socratic method, became the foundation of Western philosophy. Socrates died, but his legacy lived on, proving that ideas are more powerful than any government or army. What this video covers: the political climate of Athens in 399 BC, the true reasons behind Socrates' trial, his unique method of questioning authority, the lasting impact of his execution on philosophy and democracy. Why this topic matters. Even today, the trial of Socrates raises crucial questions. Should free thinkers be silenced? Is questioning authority dangerous or necessary for progress? How can we balance tradition with intellectual growth? Who should watch this video? History lovers who enjoy dramatic real-world events. Philosophy enthusiasts eager to understand Socrates' influence. Anyone who values free speech and independent thought. Do you think Socrates was right to challenge authority, even at the cost of his life? Should he have accepted exile instead of death? Comment below and let's discuss. And if you love deep dives into history and philosophy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story from the past that still shapes our world today. We want to hear your thoughts. What other philosophical trials or moments in history intrigue you? Suggest a topic in the comments, and we might cover it in a future video. Socrates chose truth over safety, questions over obedience. His death was meant to silence him. Instead, it made him immortal. His trial teaches us that the most dangerous ideas are not the ones we fear, but the ones we refuse to discuss. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and keep exploring history's greatest stories.